Borrowing with fractions. When we look at the problem, we have 2 2/3 minus 1 3/4. The first thing we notice is that the denominators are not the same. And we know that we can't subtract unless we have the same denominator. So the first thing we want to do is find some strategy for coming up with a common denominator. One of the simplest way to do that is to simply multiply the two denominators by each other. And in this case, that is actually going to produce the lowest common denominator. So that would be 3 times 4, which is 12. So I'm going to rewrite these two fractions with 12 as the new denominator. Okay, and the way that I approach that, I look at what do I multiply the 3 by to get to 12. So 3 times what equals 12, and that is 4. And the rule is whatever I multiply the bottom number by, I must also multiply the top number by. So both the numerator and the denominator need to be multiplied by the same number in order for the new fraction to be equivalent. So that would become 8/12. And if I follow that same pattern, I have to multiply 4 by 3 to get 12 in this case. And therefore, I have to multiply the numerator by 3, which gives me 9 as my new numerator. So I'm going to rewrite this problem using my new denominators. So this would be 2 8/12 minus 1 9/12. So right away we notice that you can't subtract 9 from 8, so I'm going to need to borrow from the 2. But when I borrow, I'm not just borrowing 1 because we're talking in terms of fractions. That 1 is actually, and I look at what is my new denominator, it's 12. So 1 whole is the same as 12/12. So if I were to just put a 1 next to that 8, like I would when I'm normally borrowing doing a regular whole number subtraction problem, that would mean that I would have 18/12, which is incorrect. I have 12/12 that I borrowed plus the 8/12 that already exist, which brings me to 20/12. And then I subtract the 9/12 from the 20/12, which gives me 11/12. And the 1 minus the 1, of course, is 0, so the answer then is 11/12.